Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hard West. In the previous episode we continued sort of where we left off on Earth as it is in Hell, wherein we began gathering our posse with Jefferson Burns and then went around gathering power via the meteor so that we may acquire our next posse member. That being a persons who had actually developed a personality. You were told persons would be here. No one bothered to specify whether he'd be alive.
Even the wizard's best men couldn't stop you. Stealing the opium stash would add insult to injury.
Well, I don't see why we don't just do that right now. Although, first things first, I'm going to want to take this guy out. But it didn't matter. Even out in the open, he had rather low chances of being hit. Alright, I say we start sweeping around, taking care of all of this before we're taking care of all the opium stashes, or rather 2 opium stashes, before heading after the wizard and acquiring the can't get a ricochet shot off. That's a shame. Would have loved to go bing, bing, bang. So be it. Missed me. Though despite my cover, you actually had a fairly good chance of hitting me. Idiot. Standing out in the open like that. %65% chance. Let's see if we can't increase those odds. Though it is a one-shot weapon, so I gotta be careful with that. Probably gonna have Burns take the next turn to reload all those weapons. You know what, Warren? Why don't you get out of the sights of that sniper and go join Burns? Yeah. Really wish that games like these would have, like, allow you to see through the environment when it's blocking your way. Alright, Burns, start reloading.
You recovered a supply of opium.
Oh yeah, I want to check this. And next turn. Now let's see if that's permanent or only temporary. Alright, not seeing anyone, so Burns. Get in there and steal that opium.
Another crate recovered. That would fetch a pretty penny.
And you know what, with this we can flank around and get into the tower where that sniper is. Hopefully unimpeded, though I sincerely doubt that. Oh, so far so good. Ooh, there's somebody. Alright, Burns, can you get in there in one movement? Yes, you can. Just have to hope there isn't anybody seriously imposing that can take you out in one shot. at least 2 more people in here. Yeah, there's one of them. Ooh. Burns, can you get up there in one move? You can. Gonna need you to hit this. I mean, I'd like to go after Sean Vermillion. You know what? Oh no, it's only gonna do 2 damage. Never mind. Okay, Warren. Why don't you take that musket of yours and go finish off old Sean? And Burns, you get up here and release Persons.
Persons thanked you politely for the rescue. He was rather disappointed that there was no one left to kill.
But he promised to ride with you as long as he could have some payback. That was shorter than I thought. Probably could have fixed that, fit it in last episode. 7 minutes would have gone well over, but yeah. Alright, we should get 3 cards, a mandrake powder, and a harmonica gun, and 10 doses of opium. Ooh boy, 70 base aim. From all that. I mean, we get negative 4 sight, but that's offset by sight cured, so worth. And much like Burns, he is a support. World map weirdness. Huh. Well, there's not going to be much before we head on to our next mission, so let's just take care of it. First off, we're going to head to the Vaquero to sell off all of the opium we got during the last mission, and any other unwanted items. Ooh, hold up. I want to take a look at this. Let's see. Ooh, I can't really tell if that's an effect of the dry. If part of that's an effect of the dry meat because of all the no longer negative max HP we're getting. Oh well. Browse the shop. We're gonna sell off our opium. And you know what? Let's get rid of the eagle elixir. Mandrake powder, I'm not gonna use it. Dried meats, meh. I don't think we're gonna be using the harmonica gun. Yeah, we're not going to be using the harmonica gun, so we can sell that off. And let's just go with this for now. I'm not too sure about the rest of the stuff. Then we're going to want to stop by the Fate Trader to buy a Doomsday Watch. Just a Doomsday Watch. And then we're going to travel to the brothel where our last Posse member will be imprisoned. I know I've seen it. I just got to find it again. Oh, right there. Now then, once we're there... I think we're going to want to head to the main lobby and talk with the madam. Brothel was a large complex. A gaggle of gunslingers hung around. In the bar, the kitchen behind the counter led to an open courtyard, but you were forbidden from going there. You were allowed in the lobby, where the women watched you with distrust, while doing their best to look seductive. Emma Bye-Bye, the establishment's madam, remained in her office. Okay, let's head for the bar. The bar was about as busy as the private rooms, with the women working both as bouncers and waitresses. You noticed some vaqueros sitting around the table. If you were picking fights, them fellas could be a heap of trouble. Apart from them, though, it was mainly old ranchers gambling and sipping their booze. You asked the barmaid if the name Randy Hardin rang any bells. When the girl made a face, you knew you'd hit the jackpot. She pointed to a building across the farm. Hardin was there. She said detained on orders from the wizard himself, which no one could figure since Hardin had been the wizard's lieutenant for years. She pulled you in close and said she thought it was because Hardin was a diseased husk of a man, no longer fit for any real job. She said if you wanted to see him, you should talk to Madame Bye-Bye. Her breath hot on your neck, she asked whether you wanted anything else. Into the lobby. Let us ask for the Madame. James Rusk, Emma Bye-Bye's assistant, let you through the door and followed close behind you. The room was adorned with papier-mâché decorations and china. In the center of the room, like a dare, stood a massive safe cabinet. You heard someone clear her throat and turned to see Emma Bye-Bye looking at you disapprovingly. What's the price of Hardin's freedom? Emma Bye-Bye looked at her assistant and the two started giggling, then burst out into laughter. You were tempted to shut their mouths with a gun. Seeing your consternation, Bye-Bye explained. She only did business with important people. You mentioned your role in the masked man's untimely death. The madam said that was hardly compared to being a trusted ally of the wizard, and the leader of a feared and respected organization. You wondered aloud whether she was confusing the word ally with henchman. She looked at you disappointingly as she lit a cigarette on a long, slender filter. She asked why you were interested in a worthless son of a motherless goat like Hardin. She inquired as to whether you ran a charity for cripples and hobos. Struggling with your temper, you only managed a no. You're going to want to leave peacefully. Emma Bye-Bye laughed disdainfully. She asked her assistant to buy you a drink, then escort you from the premises. You refused the drink and left the office. They would live to regret this. You are back in the brothel's lobby. We leave. Then... We're meant to be able to sneak in. It was time to get Hardin out of there, no matter what the wizard wanted. Okay then. Didn't give me the option, so you can't blame me for that one. Alright, first things first, we're gonna want to give Warren the Doomsday Watch, giving him even more damage. And then substitute his Navy gun for the initial 6-shooter. That's why I didn't sell it off. Then we're gonna want to substitute Henry's chain gun, or chain revolver, for his Navy gun, and equip him with the bulletproof vest. Our other companion is going to remain unchanged unless it is Chevoyo. If that's the case, then you're going to want to substitute his elephant rifle for the pepper box. Alright, let's check our cards and see what we got. Disguise. That could be useful. I'll put that on Warren. Beast hearing, that could be useful. And I'll put that on persons along with cripple. Or crippler. And why not a little HP to help him out? Let us proceed. We actually start out in setup. Let's see. If you want to save Florence, you need an ironclad posse. Going up against the wizard was just the price of doing business.
If half of what you heard about Hardin was true, he was an irredeemable scumbag. But a man with nothing left to lose was just the kind of man you needed.
So, we've got Warren with a disguise. Game doesn't actually say anything about that one. So, not quite sure what to do here. It says we're going to want to start taking everyone towards the main building, where the Madame will be. I can only assume that's the case, or that's the building. Once we're there, we're going to want to have Warren. Warren and the second posse member in the room. There's Henry subdue Guichet. Where the heck Guichet is. And my bye-bye. Working girl, patron. Nope, none of them. I'm really not seeing this gee shit. I don't know, Warren, head in over here? Oh wait, I'm willing to bet this is Gishid. I want to be careful and go around Emma, so as to not get her attention. Yet. Nope. Oh, shoot. Well, then. Well, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. That's James Rusk. Odd. But it shouldn't matter. Not who I actually wanted to move, but oh well. Okay, Henry, how about you move out of the way, and then subdue the guy prior.
The assistant gave up the keys to the madam's office fairly willingly.
Alright, Warren, get in there and loot that safe.
Madame Bebe was wealthier than you expected.
Oh, Bebe. Okay. Burns, you... Oh, that door is locked. Of course it is. Okay... Well, you two take cover here, so that you have a view into the room. Henry, you get over this way. Alright, time to fight. Doesn't matter that he's in cover. He's gonna die anyways. Although, admittedly, I probably should have tried going for a ricochet shot to take out that one working girl over there. Oh well. I'm just gonna stick where I am. Now, with the Madam robbed, it is time to rescue our final companion. Now, if we had chosen to fight immediately, we probably would have started about somewhere around here with someone already dead. Personally, I'm not seeing there being much of a difference in what we've done, so... eh. Alright, Warren, you start moving up. Get into this corner over here. Any view on anyone? Nope. Didn't think so. Hmm, 62%, but she will die if it hits. Of course. Burns, you're just gonna have to spend your time reloading. Ugh. Really do not like having 2 single-shot weapons on one guy. Swanky K. Only person he can hit, huh? Alright, let's see if we can't move out this way, or maybe it would be better to have him go this way. Cover our other side. 7 damage with a 6-shooter. Yikes. Let's make that so he has cover from both sides. 39% chance, 29% chance, and it's not going to kill her if it hits. Nope, no point there. Swanky K. 29, 29. Had to try. Is there seriously nobody else you can aim at? Yeah, I might just have to move you outside so you can have better aim. Alright, there's Swanky K. Still a ways off from finding him, or finding Harden. Warren, you get over here and just take a flanking shot on her. Or at least you would if you could, and weren't blind. Alright, you reload, and then move out here with Burns. Okay, fine. Let's try a different tactic, Warren. And then again, is it worth my time to go in there after them? No, I don't think so. If it's important, I'll come back for them. Okay, Burns, you scout on ahead. Okay, that's it. Warren, go back for them. You two go after Hardin, whom I'm not 100% sure is the same Hardin as From a Matter of Time, but then again, he could have just changed his first name. Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about the way the storyline is, or timeline is kind of set up in Hard West, because you can actually just skip straight ahead from Hard Times to As Good as Dead to Graveyard Shift and on to On Earth as It Is in Hell, and you'd actually miss out on some of the characters that you'd be seeing here. Like information, like Cervantes. You probably wouldn't know anything about him if you didn't do In Gold We Trust or Law and Order. It's just something really interesting to think about. And not much point in actually going upstairs after her, because doing so will just leave me exposed. Six health. Ooh, might be better to send Burns up there.
Hardin's guard was strong and imposing. You couldn't release Hardin with her around. Free from his binds, Hardin thanked you and cursed those who betrayed him. Of course, he had no idea why you freed him in the first place. But it was time to leave.
You probably also have no idea about persons if you didn't do Method in Madness. So on and so on. Randy Hardin, General Superiority. World Map, Fringe Connections. When the dust settled after the battle, he was there. The stranger who had halted your death. The man who'd told you to kill and burn. You knew now, from the cold feeling in your bones, who he must be. He applauded your efforts in bringing together this posse and said you had only one more task ahead of you before you could invade Purgatory. Confront the wizard, force him to reveal how to get there. You said that first you had a question for him. With a wry grin, he replied, "Shoot." You said you had a good reason to invade Purgatory, true love. He snorted at this. But you continued. You couldn't figure his angle for the life of you, and you knew he always had an angle. It was simple, he replied. He said the natural order of things was the most vicious crime ever perpetrated on mankind. It turned men into slaves who crawled from cradle to grave in servitude, their pathetic existence hardly qualifying as life at all. Chaos, on the other hand, revealed mankind's full potential. Where there were madmen, there were geniuses. Where there were the most depraved villains, the greatest heroes rose. To upset the status quo was mankind's highest calling, and when there was no greater bastion of the status quo than Purgatory. I see what he's getting at with the madmen, there were geniuses. I mean, we saw that with Solomon. The greatest evils, the greatest heroes rose. We see that with The Undertaker. I mean, Botham Realm rose up as some evil demon, but The Undertaker rose up as a hero to stop him. I get what he's saying, that doesn't make what he's doing right. He had been grooming you as his champion all this time, he said, and now the end was in sight. Once you forced the wizard to show you the way to Purgatory, you could end mankind's servitude forever. It was your final test. You left. And unfortunately, we're going to have to leave things off here. Let's just take a look at Hardin. Syphilis! -3 movement, -1 max HP. Yay. I'd re-recruit this guy. Well, anyways, we're going to have to end it off here. I imagine next episode's potentially the last. wouldn't surprise me at this point. Oh well, let's see, where was I? Oh, just one other thing. Apparently we were rewarded a trinket? Oh yes, the judge. To kill, one must be prepared to kill. This gun trades defense for aim. Ooh, that is a good weapon. Highest damage we've seen. But, like I'm saying, we're going to have to end it off there for today because we are out of time. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.